Hello everyone, today is Saturday around 4 p.m. New York time. We're gonna go with the daily technical weekly update. Guys, the move on Friday afternoon, let me start with it. The move on Friday afternoon looks like it starts to clarify the move on the dollar in the short term. The point being is this. Looks like the dollar, as we've been saying, it's not bullish at all. The dollar can get some recovers, but at the end of the day, it's gonna get weak. And then there are multiple scenarios on the dailies and the weekly that we are taking into consideration. But at the end of the day, on the dailies and weekly chart, the dollar should get weak after all. That's that clear. Now, in the 4 and the 8 hours on the dollar, this is what we like. We like A, B, C, W, S, A or W right here, less a degree, the S, and then from there we like another one more leg lower in the dollar after 3 ways recovering to test the low, and then from there we need to wait and see what's gonna happen. From there we need to wait and see in the 4 and the 8 hour. From there, this can take the place of the ending diagonal. It can be a triangle on the dailies and weekly. It can be a flat, can be many things. But we see that for this coming week, most likely the dollar is gonna be sold again. Now, levels to watch. If this is a 5-way move, levels to watch is this trend line should be tested again around 74.40, 74.30 area, and then or 74.20, and then be sold again. That's what we like. Now, it still can be an S-way triangle in the dollar when you got 3, 3, 3, and then it can do this, test the trend line, retest the lows right here, getting back, and then we have A, B, C, D, E, and then lower again. That's another scenario. We are pretty close on the dollar, guys, to the low at 72.02 low, 73.02 low. So keep that in mind. Can be an ending diagonal when you got 1, 2. We are working in 3, then a 4 and a 5. That can be another case. Can be many things. But as a trader, I tell you, daily and weekly, there is nothing, guys, nothing bullish in this count in favor of the dollar. That it can be a triangle on the dailies and the weekly, yes, I don't deny that. But at the end of the day, we believe that the dollar is gonna get weak. Now, let me show you on the dollar the daily. This is what I mean. You see, that's the daily on the dollar. There is nothing bullish around it. This can be a triangle that's taking place right now, when it can be now right like that right here, here, and that's gonna be more shoppiness in the market. That can be the case. This can be A, B in a flat, and then going higher and then lower. Can be the case in the dollar, even though the euro do not look like that. It can be bad, nothing but bullish on the dollar. Alright, guys, now let's move on to the individual pairs when you can get a clearer structure of what's going on with accounts and everything. Okay, guys, on the individual pairs, let's start with the clearest structure in the whole market. That structure is the pound. Now, what we see in the pound, guys, we see in the pound that it looks like it did a 3-way move to the upside, and then the pound it looks like it's doing a flat way forward most likely, and then the pound is gonna go lower in 5 and then higher. There is an alternative where this was the end of 5, and then we're gonna get A, B, C before going lower. When we look at the whole market correlation, the ABC looks better, but do not matter, guys. Do not matter. In trading, you guys need to understand this. There are degrees. There are 1 minute, 5, 10, 15, 30, 60. There are degrees. Do not matter what it is. All you need to concentrate right now is that from here to here, the pound did a 5 ways. Now, what it takes that into consolidation is that after 5 weeks, the dollar is gonna get strong on Sunday at the opening. The dollar should be bought. Now, the degree of that, the recovering in the dollar, is the one that is gonna dictate what's gonna happen on Monday and what's gonna happen possible on Tuesday. That's the way that needs to be traded. Now, the pound, like I say, a 3-week here, we're labeling as an A, B, and then if this is the end of A, we're gonna get 5 and we're gonna go lower. We're gonna get 3 backs, high and lower. Now, let's take a look at the pound in the daily. We have changed the counts on the daily to the alternative that we have. There's a principle, then we change it now like this. This is the pound. Look what he did the pound in 2009. 3, 3 and a flat down. We don't need to get that exactly right here. I'm labeling as a flat, but we should get choppiness on the market pretty soon. Choppiness in the market. So maybe we got A here, back 3, 3, 3, until we get to around the 150, 151 area when the daily trend lines come in place, and we should bounce from there. Now, this is telling me that the market is gonna get choppy more than what it is, but maybe with a defined trend. You guys do not have an idea how important is that cable is holding this structure. That's a huge clarification from the market, because at least for me, that's telling me that the market, it won't break either side, but the dollar won't keep going low, sideways, favoring the dollar. That's my whole point of view after the weekend on day. Now, how we see that in the euro? We're gonna go to the euro on the dailies, and we are presenting this scenario. On the dailies, we are presenting this scenario when we are right here and we got 3 downs, and most likely we're gonna trade higher, and then I think the area around 146, 147 in the euro is gonna end a 3-way cycle that coming from the lows. Now, that 3-way cycle, it have a clear diagonal there that I believe it's gonna break 145.35, but that diagonal, that high right there, can be seen as C of S, or can be seen as A, B, and a proposed triangle, bullish triangle. Now, you guys see this trend line right here on the euro, on the weeklies. I know some people calling euro to 136. I know some people doing that. I'm not that far away. I believe that this is a bullish consolidation, and I believe that it can take the form of a biggest triangle when we can have A, B, C, we are on the D, and then A, B, C, D, we need an E lower. That's another scenario, but bullish, guys. Don't be fool yourself. It's a bullish consolidation. This have nothing to do with bearish consolidation. Nothing. bearish consolidation is not this. This is bullish consolidation. Now, that can be three scenarios. Now, the one which is the WSY, the thing that I don't like it is that scenario require the break of 138.37 low, and the trend line, the bullish trend line, it won't deny that. And then if the euro is bearish, is because this, which is the all-time high around 160.38, is the end of a super cycle. That super cycle, it label this either as a 1 if it's only euro, or as a if it's the composite or Germany currency, which is telling me that this is the 50% of the A, but also the 50% of the 1. So what I'm telling you with that, if this is the low, then this needs to be an impulse to the upside. What else can do? We got a three-way here in the euro, which telling me there's no an impulse unless it's a leading diagonal. When you got something like this, and then the euro is gonna do here, it's gonna test here, and it's gonna go in a series of 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. That can be the case, and then the euro is gonna trace to 128 area, and it's gonna keep going higher. That's possible. It hasn't go there yet. The US dollar is not supporting that. That is possible. But either ways, I believe that this trend line needs to hold, because this is a bullish consolidation. That's why I'm not in love with the WSY, and I'm more in love with the triangle. When we can have this triangle, but that triangle also need a break of the trend line. Not necessary, because if it go like this, a contracted one do not need to break it. That's what is still a possibility. Or A, B, C, D, E, and then you got that type of triangle, which is a weird name, and this is type of triangle. But I think that the euro is bullish. I'm sorry if you guys are bearish euro, but I don't believe now that I can set the euro absolutely in the 4 hour. Now, moving in the euro to the 4 hour, moving in the euro into the 4 hours, this is what we see. We see WS, and then we got ABC, three ways, S, ABC, this A goes with this one goes with this, and now we're gonna get higher. Now, still the S way, the Y way diagonal triangle is possible, but we should trade higher in the euro to around, I would say, 47.56 or 46.70, 46.26 area. Now, then, if you guys see, the price is been contracting. When contracting, it needs a break, either 145, now 143. It is contracting. That break is gonna dictate what's next. Another scenario is that this is W, this is S, this is A, and then we're gonna go lower here to test 142.70 and higher. But at the end of the day, guys, it's still triangles or WSY, but I would go, if that's the case, I would go more with the idea that the S is a triangle, and then we're gonna trade lower, and we won't break the trend line. The bullish trend lines cannot be taken, and I don't think it will. I still a bullish euro dollar. Now, pretty fast around the market, what we see is that we like I say, short dollar. If we take a look at the Aussie, it looks like the Aussie is defining like cable also the path. When we see Aussie trading minimum to around, I would say 107.34 and then lower, we see New Zealand, like I say, something similar to trade higher also. Look at the structure correctly against this fight. We see the EuroCAD like it is involved in an ending diagonal when we can call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I believe that this pair is targeting 144 before going lower. If you take a look at the EuroCAD, guys, in the dailies and the weekly, it's very clear that this pair needs about 150. It needs 3 ways from here. So far it's only 1. The Euro Pound also is, it looks like it's pretty close to end. And look, guys, we've been riding this pair all over. I mean, the Euro Pound, it looks like it's looking for 89.14 area or 89.70 area before going lower. The triangle is clear right there, guys, very clear. It needs about 88.86. Ideally it's gonna look for, I would say, between 88 and 89 before going lower. Now finally, I'm gonna show you the euro again. And when I talk about the euro, guys, I'm talking about the dollar because it's technically the same. Let me show the euro in a 1 hour. The euro in the 1 hour, and I give you this advice, guys. If you want to take it, take it. This is how I look at it. I don't care about the euro dollar or the structure. I know that I'm bullish on the daily, I'm bullish on the weekly, and I'm temporary bullish on the 4 hour, but I'm bearish on the 1 hour. And I tell you why. Because on the 1 hour, all I care about the euro dollar, guys, is this, or the dollar in general. There is something in common in all the pairs around the market. All the pairs that are showing in the 15-minute chart a 5-way move coming to the end from Friday lows. That's all you guys need to care. In the case of the euro, it's a clear 1, 2, a 3 to the 2618 right here. Let me put a small right here so you guys see it better. You got 1 right here, a 2, a 3 to the 2618, as you guys see right there, 618, and then from there, what you have is you got a 4, right there that it can test a little bit lower, and the next 5 is gonna complete a 5-way sequence from Friday lows. The pound is already showing the complete 5, so very possible. All you need to care now, guys, is this: the recovery in the dollar is gonna dictate which count is in place. So that's all you need to care, guys. 3 ways back on the dollar, corrective to around 144, is a buy targeting 146, 147 area. That's all you need to care, guys. I can talk all day, I can put many scenarios. Overall, that's all you need to care. Again, we keep the daily and the bullish and the dailies and the weekly bearish bias on the dollar, and we are temporary, we are bullish risk on 4 hour, but we know that on Monday and Sunday the dollar is gonna be bought. About the yens, we see yen index coming on Sunday and Monday. The dollar sweeps should get strong. That's our overall for the week. We're gonna go and we're gonna cover more during the seminar tomorrow, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you guys got the message. Thanks.